Here it is formally.
Yes, it's incredibly easy to retrofit in any commercially available car. Simply place it on your seat, as I've already done next to you, and plug it into the 12-volt socket, i.e. the cigarette lighter, and you've retrofitted seat heating to. As soon as you plug it into the cigarette lighter, it heats up to 50 degrees in the back area and in the seat area. And now you can theoretically install it once and then leave it plugged in, because of course the ignition, i.e. the 12-volt socket, is only supplied with power when.
If you don't have seat heating, you should retrofit it quickly. I retrofitted it too, and it's just a nice feeling to sit down and then the neighbor or the driver can best buy a set of two, because then no one is disadvantaged and both are happy. Nice and warm in no time, and all for €12.23. The order number for this is NX 9661 and 569. Very easy to install. Plug it into the 12-volt socket using the rubber band and you'll be toasty warm in no time, even though it's really disgustingly cold outside. That's really great, because seat heating can be a bit expensive in a car, right? If you have it integrated directly from the manufacturer. This one is really easy and quick. So that's for windows and the like.
Yes, and this is especially true for older cars, where the heat, as they used to say. And if we connect it now, we can also see an additional function, namely here in the front, but it needs to drive 8 to 10 kilometers before I feel the heating. That's quite clear. The engine first has to warm up a bit in order to distribute the warm air in the passenger compartment. And this one is warm from
front and side windows, but then of course you can also use it as a dry flat surface. You can nicely heat up the air in the interior and you don't have to shiver. These 10 to 15 minutes are usually very unpleasant, especially for your hands, and you can also hold your hands in front of it. I would do this maybe a bit older and you also have a slightly better feeling, save time, or in a better mood, and it definitely does us Germans good. Yes, that's right, because she knows it too. Especially in the mornings, you might hear your neighbor who has to leave early scraping the car, and then you start to get upset and think, crap, at home. We'll just open the zipper and please come over to me. We'll go to the zipper here and take out the film. Just throw it on the floor, take it out, smooth it out a bit, and there you have it. And now you can see the size 2.70 meters here, by the way. And now we'll place it completely over the windshield in the first case. Make sure it's in the middle, that the windshield wipers are also covered, and then just open both doors briefly. Why? Move just as quickly.
Hear the neighbors outside. I say, oh God, yes, cold fingers, you lose time. Situation in particular. I learned that I have to rock out of it. I once had a moving van and it said, no, I have to start rocking again and again and again, and that is also a matter of luck. Sometimes you just can't get out. Sticks and all sorts of things you put under tires. Wow, it's always like this. You can do it, you can't. So, this is a really safe way to get out of the ice. This is very practical for seasonal cars that are parked for a long time or for weak batteries, especially in winter, right?
Exactly. If you know that your battery doesn't always work, it's weak, then you should use something like this. Or what Dany just said for seasonal vehicles.
Itself is also a really good idea, isn't it?
Right, and that means it's finally affordable. It's an OBD2 reader, or OBD onboard diagnostic.
Amazing. So, I've heard of such a device before, and I also had a friend who had one and used it on me because I always got a catalytic converter message, but if you can always save yourself the trip to the workshop and the costs that arise there, then that is very helpful. And to be honest, 21.80 cents is a very small price for such an intelligent little readout device, whether it's to measure electronic errors or oil temperature, battery, etc. Bam, it's so easy. You said it has 3 buttons, right?
Yes, and we can do that together now. And it's not rocket science. Dany could do it now, or anyone else. And we just go there, connect it to the valve, and the nice thing is this pistol shape. Really important to know. That can easily be a 0.2 to 0.3 bars pressure difference due to 10 degrees. And if you want to inflate all the tires completely, you might need a bit more power than the battery can handle. And that's why we have this additional part here.
2 meters long, so that I can always reach all 4 tires from the middle of the vehicle. where the cigarette lighter is. So there are no problems at all. It's great whether you work with the battery, which is already integrated and included of course, or connected directly via sedan. Do you dare to connect the battery? Then I'll just open the hood and you can simply connect it to the battery correctly. But that's not rocket science, it's very clear and distinct from the colors under red to red.
Exactly.
So that the alternator can easily recharge the battery and you won't be in the same dilemma next time. But you can help yourself with this. And now something else, roadside assistance services that come these days come with jump starters, no longer like in the past with jumper cables and then my battery to your battery, but with jump starters of a similar type with a similar amperage, ours electrical system. A large percentage. Number 2 is, by the way, tire problems, air pressure shaped one, is already in incredibly high demand. Sure, it's also a great thing if you can use it anywhere for bikes, scooters, motorbikes, but also in the car.
Useful, and there are a few things in it. These are absolute musts for the battery, the guard, to protect seasonal vehicles time and again, the battery or here the ice cat pass or here the nice seat cover or our 1000 Acer, is an indispensable device. Everyone needs it in their car. So quickly pick up the phone and get it.